Welcome to the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, where we bring you a weekly dose of powerlifting news, tips, and training advice with a touch of 80s rock ballads. This podcast is presented by Team Roar Powerlifting, your source of the most comprehensive coaching and meet day preparation. Here are your hosts, Josh Rohr and Lara Sturm.
Welcome to episode 223. How are you, Josh?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
You're great.
I just got back from Fiji, so how do you not be great?
I don't know. I'd feel pretty down about it if I was just got back from Fiji.
Well, yeah, there's that. And like the whole, I don't know, Monday needing to work that
Yeah.
8-hour job or 9-hour or 10-hour, depending on the day. Such a drag. They want my time. God.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I tell everybody. Like, working and having a job really gets in the way of your
Yeah.
hobbies.
Right?
Yeah.
And my travel.
Specifically powerlifting. Like,
Yeah, well, oh well.
yeah.
So what's been going on?
Well, this popped up a few weeks ago, but we just haven't really recorded a new episode in a little while. But there's a new meet on the calendar for Georgia. The USA Powerlifting Fit Iron Throwdown is January 17th in Statesboro, Georgia. And also the registration for the Georgia State meet in February opened up a few days ago. So that meet is 2 days capped at 240, talking about the state meet this year, versus last year it was 3 days capped over 300. So it would be wise to get registered sooner than later. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Less registrations means it's going to fill up.
Correct.
Captain Obvious.
Captain Obvious.
Sorry.
So I had a bet that I was going to talk about weeks ago, but I just haven't got around to it. Hence, I am wearing a Green Bay Packers t-shirt,
Ooh.
but I won the bet. Like, so here's what happened. So I'm a Browns fan, as some people know, and the
Everyone
Browns yeah,
knows.
well, yeah. Anybody that knows me knows, but people that don't know me probably don't know. Also, Captain Obvious. So Cindy Yeager, one of our lifters, she is in Wisconsin. She's a diehard Packers fan. I'm a diehard Browns fan. So we made a little wager that so the wager, I can't believe she accepted this bet, but she did. The wager was if the Browns lose by less than 21 or win, then I win the bet. And she has to wear a Cleveland Browns t-shirt. If she wins, then I have to wear a Green Bay Packers t-shirt. And we have to buy, and the loser has to buy the shirt and send it to the winner. So miraculously, the Browns win the game, and I'm ecstatic. And then like the next day, this package shows up on my door. It's a Green Bay Packers t-shirt, and I'm like, well, that's interesting because I won the bet. So that night we had online training. So so I asked her, I go, so I see you sent me a Packers shirt anyway. She's like, yeah, rub it in. You won the bet. Or wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
won.
Yeah, I know I won, but she thought she won.
She was so confident in her winning.
But the thing is, like, if she won the bet, oh yeah, no, that was right. So she thought she won. That's why. Like, this is so confusing because it doesn't make sense. She sent me a shirt even though she lost the bet. So what I decided to do was I will wear the freaking shirt because my team won. Not only did I win the bet, but my team also won, which was still me winning the bet. And I was willing to win the bet even if the Browns lost by less than 21 points. So
Wow.
it was kind of a confusing bet. And I would have made the bet straight up if it came to it, like win or lose, thinking we probably would lose, but we won. So anyway, long story short, that's why I'm wearing the Green Bay Packers shirt, because we don't even know how to make bets correctly, apparently.
Apparently.
So instead of me
Well,
buying her a brown shirt and sending it to her for losing the bet, I will happily wear the Green Bay Packers shirt that she bought me because the Browns won. So
I think it's funny that she was so confident in the fact that not only would the Packers win, but they would win by more than 21 points. And
yeah.
that she was so confident that she bought this shirt and sent it to you before the game had even happened. Really?
So that's the funny part. She did not. After the game was over, in her mind, she won the bet because the Browns didn't lose by 21 or less. They won. But so then I'm asking that's the funniest part about it is like she thought she won the bet for real. So she sent the shirt after the fact.
Wow.
That's why this is a good story.
Yeah.
So the best part was when we were training. So I asked her, I go, so because we were like a little bit arguing, like I'm like, no, I won the bet. She's like, no, I did because you bet that the Browns would lose by less than 21 points and the Browns won. So for me to win, we had to win by more than 21 points or more. And so crap.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I love you, Cindy. This is all good fun, just so you know.
But now you're wearing the Packers shirt
But
in
now I
support of
haven't
the Packers because you're
because
wearing the shirt
they let the Browns win.
because
And
they let them win.
well, in reality, they did kind of let the Browns win because the Packers were winning 13-0 with like less than 3 minutes to go in the game. And somehow the Browns came back and won.
Which the Browns never do.
Well, they did just win. They just won on Sunday. They beat the Miami Dolphins by like 30.
Oh,
I think it was 31-6 or something.
they win games sometimes?
They won 2 so far this year. So
Wow.
look out. We might have 3 or 4 wins by the end of the year.
This is crazy.
Anyway,
Anyway, moving
so
on.
this happened like months ago, but we just haven't had an episode where.
I know you had Sherman on.
Oh that was well that we recorded. So the one with Sherman and we recorded it in February of 2023.
Oh,
So she asked me why I didn't wear the shirt like I said I would during that episode. I'm like, well, that was over 2 years ago. So that's why. So this is the first, that's what I was trying to say. This is the first episode that I've actually sat down to record, where I could wear a shirt.
there you go.
Better late than never, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
So regionals had some pro cards that got awarded.
Yep.
So female raw lifter Quayla Hardwick won her pro card with 497 dots points. So in female raw masters, there wasn't a lifter that hit the minimum dots. For male raw, Todd Telford got a 512 dots score and won his pro card. In male raw masters, Peter Melendez with 453 age-adjusted dots.
Did you say PETA like
PETA.
Family Guy? PETA.
It's just called my Boston accent that just creeps back in once in a while. Peter.
Got it.
How's that?
That's better.
PETA, not the piece of bread. And in female equip masters, there again wasn't a first place winner that got their dots high enough to win the pro card. So,
Got it. So three pro cards came out of Southeast Regionals.
yeah,
So
congrats to those
pretty
winners.
good. Yep, for sure. And then I guess how our team did, we actually did a little recording. We are live on location at Southeast Regionals. Gwen, Stacie, and Taylor lifted today, and Victoria and Will lift tomorrow. And we are currently joined by Gwen, Victoria, and Stacie. Gwen, what's up?
Josh, I had such a fun time today.
Victoria, hi.
What's up?
Stacie, what's up?
Hi.
Into the
Hey.
microphone. Hey, there you go. Okay. So I figured we could just do like a little bit of your thoughts on how the meet went and anything else. You guys were BSing about something. Gwen, you had a few drinks in you, is what I heard.
No, it's just a sip or two,
Okay.
not a few.
Okay.
You just cut me off if I need to be cut off.
We'll make it work. All right, Gwen, how was your day? How'd the meet go?
My meet went great. It was a training day, and it worked out where I got a PR in my deadlift. Woo!
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
You you tied your PR squat. Bench wasn't there today, but we haven't really ramped up and peaked at all because this, like you said, was a training day. So I was kind of encouraged by where your squat and deadlift numbers were without us actually having done anything heavy in those in a while. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and you tied your PR total.
And it was exciting to be able to keep it where it needed to be so that we can train further because I have to go to Worlds.
Yeah. Oh, bummer. Yeah, this sucks. Cool. All right. Next, you're lifting tomorrow.
I am.
So what are your thoughts coming in? You feeling good?
I am trying to stay neutral because training hasn't been where I wanted it to be, but I also haven't been putting in the work. So we will see how it goes tomorrow.
You haven't been putting in the work. Why not?
Good question. I don't know. It's just been one of those years, months, days.
Got it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much have you trained in the last 2 months?
I did all of the main lifts. Accessories are hit or miss. So say I was like a 6 in effort. So we'll see what that 6 gets me.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the meet tomorrow?
A 10 because this is the biggest meet that I have, participated in, and Gino's going to be there, and I haven't done a meet where Gino is.
Oh,
I know.
That's cool.
Very exciting.
Yeah, man, first experience with Gino. I'm excited for you. That's something special.
We were able to get pictures with him today,
I
so I
saw.
hope you do too.
Oh, we can make it happen.
Okay, good. I'll hold you to it.
Yeah. All right. Any expectations, thoughts, or goals for tomorrow besides meeting Gino?
Well, I am not expecting too much out of my squat and deadlift. Honestly, my back has been okay the last couple of weeks, so I am hopeful to go 9 for 9 tomorrow, but I don't expect to do anything crazy. But for my bench, I want to hit 77.5, so around 170 tomorrow. I think it can happen.
Cool. Oh, I should have asked this too. Thoughts on the training camp we had at Wade's? How was that?
Well needed. He yelled at me and I liked it.
Yeah.
He's yelling at me. He was yelling at me this week about how there will be no more wasted talent and I better get my shit together.
Yeah, I mean, that sums it up pretty good.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Stace, what's up?
Hi.
How was your meet?
Our meat was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
9 for 9. PR total.
Yep.
And that was not, I mean, it was one leg, it wasn't necessarily 100% expected. Because I haven't been feeling very well the last couple of weeks, but I got a lot of rest this week, so I think that helped.
And I think you had more. Like your squat had more for sure. Bench, I think you had a little bit more. Actually, deadlift, you had a little bit more. So I think
I was exactly where I needed.
I agree. I think your coach picked the exact perfect numbers. If I am talking about it from a outside perspective, but yeah, I think going forward, I think we have room for sure.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, all right. Next question. I don't know. I just woke up. So if I'm being honest, I just woke up from a nap, and I think you did too.
I did.
And
I did.
So we got done lifting eight lunch, and I'm still a little bit groggy if I'm being honest.
Coach, how was your coaching experience?
It was good. I had fun, despite all the pictures that you snapped of me looking like I have resting bitch face.
You really do. I'll send
I
those to
can't
you.
wait to see those.
Yeah, upload them to the photo.
Oh, shoot. But yeah, I had a good time. It was fun. Ooh, how about a new lifter tip from each of you?
Practice. Practice the commands. Practice depth or pauses or whatever. I saw a lot of that. People that they clearly did not practice or they didn't know what they were. I was surprised.
Yeah, it's such a simple thing, but so many people don't do it.
And I know it happens. There was a few really good powerlifters that have been in the game for a while that missed that. But then I saw a lot of newer lifters that they did not practice. And I think that's very important, whether it's your 20th meet or your 5th or your 2nd.
What about 3rd?
Not the 3rd so much.
Not 3rd. You're a smart ass.
Yes, sir.
Matching smart ass with smart ass. What was playing in your headphones on your 3rd deadlift? Is that confidential?
That's confidential.
Damn, I know what it is because I listened, but I won't tell. I listen to everybody's music.
I
when
thought
you
I
guys
saw
go.
you put her headphones on after.
I don't put them on. I just hold them up.
Yeah,
and-
It's something newer that I've been trying,
Yeah.
and we're gonna keep it.
So Gino always asks me why I do that, and partially because I want to know what vibe you're in right now. Like, if it's something I can like scream in your face, or if you're listening to like classical music, like you're probably trying to calm down, right? So, and I just like to know. I'm curious.
So I have a playlist for each squat, bench, and deadlift, and 3rd attempts apparently now.
Awesome. I like it.
That's very cool. I'm going to have to think about that.
It matters to me because it keeps me focused.
Yep. Good stuff. Gwen, what's your new lifter tip?
So I had this new lifter experience today with my competitor who this is her 2nd meet. And we met at weigh-ins, and I was talking to her a little bit, knew that it was her 2nd meet. And I told her that if she had any questions, that feel free to come to me. And first thing, she came up and she said, "Gwen, what is this safety bar thing? Do I just make up a number?"
I did the same thing in my first meet. Never used them.
Yeah, so I took her back out to where the setup bench was and got her into position and showed her the safeties. And so she was able to figure it out, and she did not guess. And that was a good thing. So safety tip is that there are things that you don't think about at the gym. If you're new, one of the things is the safety bars.
Cool. What was playing in your mind in
Right.
your 3rd attempt deadlift?
I just needed to relax. But at the same time, I'm telling myself, whatever's going on, it's going to feel heavy, but it doesn't matter. Just set up the way you set up and then do the work. And it worked out.
Nice. All right, Victoria, what is your new lifter tip?
Interestingly enough, I feel like I'm still relatively new to actually doing meets. This is my 4th one, so I would say
But you're also a referee,
I am.
so you're not that new.
Okay. But
Nice try.
I don't actually compete, but I would say practice the way that you're going to be playing. So make sure your equipment is up to standard. If you use the thumb loops on your wraps, don't have them because you can't use them. Just making sure that nothing changes when you get on that platform to throw you off.
That's a good one. Yeah, I think those are all good tips. So, you're going to Korea, Gwen.
I am.
Victoria, you just came back from Korea.
Yeah, I did.
Good
Nice
talk.
vacation.
Yeah. So, I guess this can be for everybody going to Worlds over there. Any suggestions or recommendations, or do this, don't do that type of thing?
If you have the ability to stay longer, I would do it, especially if you are into Asian culture. I did not have a plan going on my vacation, and
Sorry.
what was that for?
I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was something else.
Okay, great. But public transportation is great. Get a T Money card. Soju, dirt cheap. I think I spent equivalent $1.40 for a bottle of soju. So if you're ready to get hammered.
I did want to know, about the transportation cards. What did you call it again?
They're T Money cards.
T-money cards.
I think I have one in my wallet. Hold on.
Any money left on it?
Yes. Not for you.
You planning on going back?
Oh yeah.
So T-Money, that's kind of a cool name. They should call that.
Me.
Whoa,
You literally just.
that looks like that's like the Visa Black Card or something, or Master, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they have way more technology than we do, right?
Oh yeah. I swear they have like a lot of trust in the public because coming from New York, the MTA would have all the turnstiles like down. You are not getting through there unless you pay or hop it. They have it open during rush hour and they're just using the honor system. You scan and that's it.
That's great. Do you have to scan out like we do in Atlanta?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
That was new for me too, because or not too, but that you don't do that in New York. So, also there are no public trash cans. You got to carry your stuff.
Glad to know that. Not that I usually have a lot of trash, but
These are interesting little details. What else? Tell me more.
Yes.
Okay, there are a couple phrases that really helped me, and I studied a bunch of Korean and forgot all of it going over there, except for these three phrases. 안녕 하세요 is hello, obviously.
It's not obviously. I don't know what that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Miss. Did you? Well, I wouldn't say. Do you not watch K-pop or?
I do.
I've only watched one K-pop.
I am on the
Demon
record
Hunters.
as saying I have not watched any K-pop ever.
Well, I'll make sure that my songs tomorrow are all K-pop.
Excellent. My daughter somehow, 3-year-old daughter Emma, is into K-pop now, and I don't know.
I love that for her.
I don't know how
do
she.
too.
I don't know how that.
Did she watch
happened.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
No, we don't watch TV. Like,
Oh, yeah,
she doesn't
that's
watch
right.
TV.
Well,
I don't know how she got into it. Like,
that'll be a good family movie night. You can put that
K-pop
on.
Demon Hunters.
Yes,
Yes.
is.
But prepare-
invite me over. I loved it.
Prepare to listen to the songs on repeat because she's going to
Okay.
want to listen to them over and over.
All right.
One, if you are at a restaurant and you're trying to get somebody's attention, is jogyo. It's like, hey, over here. But it's also polite.
Okay. So Jovio.
Jogyo.
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 All right. And what was hello again?
안녕 하세요.
Annyeong
하세요.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Sometimes they abbreviate it as 안녕, but I wouldn't do that unless you're really cool with the person.
So it's like the equivalent of hello, how are you versus sup dog. Kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay. Got it.
And then 감사합니다 is thank you.
감사합니다.
Yep.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
All right.
There you go.
I think those are probably very useful.
90-second Korean.
Thank you.
Awesome. So there's no trash cans.
Very, very rare.
What else is different than here?
I feel like it was a little bit of a culture shock. Well, granted, I don't do a lot of walking where I live, so seeing so many people on the streets but not looking at you, they're looking at their phones, but they somehow don't bump into you either.
Maybe they're looking at maybe their camera's on and they're looking at what's in front of them through their screen.
I doubt that.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
gonna try that.
Good luck. I just thought it was interesting. I was like, no one's looking up. And also it's not like in the United States where if you see a pedestrian, the cars will stop, so they won't stop. So be careful.
So they'll
won't wait.
hit you?
No, they won't hit you, but if you're walking, they're gonna go. They don't have time for that.
Okay.
They'll wait. If you're in the middle of the road, they won't hit you, but they're not gonna wait for you to cross.
So you just get stuck in the road between two lanes of traffic in the crosswalk?
No. I don't know how to explain it.
It's too close for comfort. Is that what it is?
Yeah. At least in Virginia, you're supposed to stop for pedestrians. They just don't care.
I think you're supposed to everywhere in the U.S., aren't you? Isn't that the pedestrians have the right of way?
I believe that is a U.S. thing.
I believe so, too. I feel like we probably all should know that, but I don't know for sure. It's definitely is in Georgia.
In New York City, I would just walk. I didn't care if I had the right of way or not, and just go.
We're very excited to find out what Victoria's gonna do tomorrow.
Cry.
You're going to cry?
Yep.
She already.
It usually
informed me.
happens right before squat.
Dude, we're the same.
Why are you crying?
I don't want to say. You go first.
I just cry because I have so much energy and I'm like so nervous that I just like I'm crying. Granted, I'm medicated now, so who knows if that'll happen.
I think I just get overly emotional, like excited. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't know.
Very
I
touching.
honestly don't know.
When I was talking to Victoria about handling her tomorrow, and she told me that, I'm going to cry. I said, well, just so that you know, I usually cry when I see somebody else cry.
Oh, great.
So we'll all be bawling.
Yay!
What is wrong with that team? Like they're all in the corner crying together.
I am very nervous for squats, mainly because I train alone. And so if I miss a lift, and I have been missing a lot of lifts, obviously I bail by myself. And I have to remember not to do that tomorrow if something happens. And that is a big one.
That is a good
That is-
reminder. So our handlers tomorrow, Gwen, needs to remind us of that.
Yes.
Do not
Okay.
dump the bar.
I
Yes.
can do that.
Well, I won't need to dump the bar because I'm going to hit all my
Well,
squats.
correct.
Yeah.
But you.
But yes, but no, it just in case.
Got it. I'm on it.
Yeah. Cool. So that was how Stacie and Gwen did. When we recorded, Victoria hadn't competed yet, so she ended up going 8 for 9 and placed 8th in the 82.5 kilo class. So that was a good meet for her. She took a shot at the PR bench. We both kind of felt like after the second it probably wasn't there, but we wanted to give it a shot anyway. So she put it on and tried it, but didn't quite get it. Taylor Smith went 6 for 9. She had a PR total and placed 8th in the open, and she actually locked out the state record deadlift on her third at 180, but lost her grip right as she locked out, so that kind of sucked. But the strength was definitely there. Coming in, we both Taylor Smith and Will Ruff were, looking at hitting the qualifying total for Raw Nationals. So, we kind of picked numbers that were doable, but they were, it had to be the perfect day to hit all of them. And, both of them came up just a little bit short of hitting that goal. So, proud of them how they battled though. Like they brought it and came in focused, and it was good. So I think it's definitely a learning opportunity, and we're just going to get better from here. And then Will ended up going 7 for 9 and placed 6th in the 90 kilo open. So overall, it was a pretty good meet. Everybody. And Will had a PR total too. So everybody, like Taylor and Will, Gwen and Stacie all hit or tied their PR total. So that was really good. And Victoria had been battling some injuries. So like we can call this like a post-injury PR total, I guess, because we were kind of coming back and building back up. And everything she did looked pretty easy. Like her squat and deadlift were both, she had a lot left. So I'm pretty excited about where she's going to.
Awesome. Let's move on to the powerlifting situation. So here it is. Are you ready?
I think so.
So your second deadlift of 270 has secured 6th place at regionals. You think your top end is 290 to 295 kilos. So 275 gets you a deadlift PR. 285 kilos gets you a PR total. 300 kilos moves you into 5th. 307.5 kilos hits the national qualifying total. What do you load?
I think in this case, what I would do is go 285 and hit the PR total. And I think, part of this depends on the order of priorities, what you're trying to do coming in. So even if your number one goal is to hit the nationals qualifying total, you need 307.5 to hit that. And I don't know that that's there, especially if 290 to 295 is what you say is your very top end, because that's still 7.5 kilos off your best case scenario. And I think that might just be a little bit out of the range. But I mean, I don't think that's a wrong answer. If somebody puts that on, I don't think that's wrong. I think that's a conversation you have with the lifter too, and just, like how willing are you to give up these other things? And I always think a PR total is always important. So, for me, that's the safest bet because that's below our top end range, and that gets us a PR total. Now, podium is typically usually important too, and I think is always important. So if you hit 300, that's 5 keys over your very, very best case scenario, and that puts you on the podium. I think to me, it's a 50-50 split between going 285 and 300. And if I think 300 is there, or there's a even above 50% chance that we make it, 51% chance we make it, I'm putting it on, and pulling for fifth, because that's also going to get you a PR total. But if I really don't think that's there, I put the 285 on and go for a PR total, which is also a PR deadlift. So yeah, I think 285 is probably the safest bet there to get out of the meet with, a PR total, which, those are not givens. Anytime you get a chance to get a PR total, I think you take it.
Right. Yeah, two PRs in one would be nice, right?
Yeah,
Um,
and a PR total is a big one, because that means you put together the best meet you've ever had from a total perspective, I think, right? So,
right. Yeah,
yeah, I
and
don't,
it sounds like you think your top end's 290 to 295,
but you don't
um,
know,
but you don't know. I mean, you never know until you know.
right?
What if your coach thinks that your PR total is actually, I mean, your deadlift capability for today is higher?
Yeah, then
Um,
I think, I mean, realistically, I don't think so. So the options are 275 for a PR deadlift, 285 for a PR total, 300 for fifth place, 3075 for national qualifying total. I think the only wrong answer here is 275, because that's significantly below your top end. It's only 5 kilos more than your second attempt. And if your second attempt was easy, well, I guess it doesn't say, does it? It doesn't say
no,
that it was
doesn't
easy.
say.
So I guess that's the other factor. We're going to assume it was easy. Now, if 270 was hard, then the correct answer is 275. Take the deadlift PR and go home with something. But I think it's safe to assume that, if our top end we thought was between 290 and 295, the assumption is 270 would have been pretty easy. I think, I think any of those three, 285, 300, or 3075 are correct answers. I think for me, I go 285 and take the PR total.
Mm.
And unless I just really think that deadlift look really great, then I would probably go 300. So I'm not
Right.
even giving an answer here, because I think there's multiple
Well,
correct answers.
I think so too, and I think it depends on, what's the lifter's real goals. Like if say they've been, their last PR for the deadlift was 270, and they've been chasing a PR in their deadlift forever, and it's like their big, huge goal, then obviously you're going to go for just the deadlift PR. Is it worthwhile taking a 275 over 270? Maybe not, because it's deadlift. But it depends on how that second one felt and how it looked. Are they coming back from an injury? Is everything good? So it's just it all depends.
Yeah, it does. And, it's kind of just what you feel that day. Like, both coach and lifter, like,
Right.
coach, I mean, based on how the other ones looked, based on how the other day went, I mean, did they miss a squat? Did they miss a bench? If so, then, how did they miss it? Did they miss it on strength? Okay, maybe they're not at their best that day. So
Mm.
maybe best case scenario isn't really best case scenario. That's just what you had on paper coming in. Those are all things to consider.
Right. Well, here you are in your third deadlift. Can you put in a higher attempt to make the person that's currently in fifth place try to pull something more than, it depends where you are in the order, what you're gonna put in for an attempt to see if you could just bump down to get 300 or even 295.
So here's the trickiness of how this is written. So 300 kilos moves you into fifth. That implies that the other lifter
Mm,
still lifts after you. I wanted to leave that as vague as possible to let people try to figure that out on social media posts, but that, yeah, so that, it doesn't get you fifth. It moves you into fifth. So even
mm,
if you do pull 300, there's no guarantee that you end up fifth if the other lifter lifts
right.
after you.
Ah,
So
tricky. You're
tricky,
tricky.
tricky. Yeah.
Tricky,
But these
tricky.
are real scenarios. Like, this is actually loosely based off of what happened to Will at the meet last Sunday, because he was, some of these numbers are actually what the scenario was. Some of them are a little bit skewed just to make the situation a little bit more interesting.
Mm,
But yeah, I mean, it's very situationally based, and, how everybody feels, what we think is going to happen, and you can even go into, like, we think that the lifter in fifth is going to get their third based on their second. So, like, okay, if we're pretty sure they're going to get it anyway, then even if we get to 300, we're pretty sure that they're going to pull and move back into fifth and knock us out. Then maybe that 300 is not worth the gamble anyway, because,
mhm.
we're probably not going to end up in end up in fifth. So yeah, there's a lot of things, and all this has to be decided fairly quick. So I think, yeah, it's, to me, it's between 285 and 300 is the two attempts we choose from.
Yeah. So in the actual, situation, what do you do?
Oh, so we went 285
Mm,
because the actual number he needed to move into fifth was uh, higher than that, and it
mm,
was the same. It was the exact same number we needed to hit the qualifying total. I think it was
mm,
317.5. So it was pretty much out of range,
mm.
which is why I made up the numbers a little differently just to make the
Right.
situation a little bit
Spicier.
more spicy. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. So it was pretty much for us a no brainer to go 285, hit the PR total, which also got him a PR deadlift total. I
Nice.
keep saying PR deadlift total. That's
I
also
know.
also got
You
him a PR deadlift.
do better.
Do better. Yeah. So all right. That's all I have.
Yeah, that's about it, really.
All right.
I'm just trying to get my I don't know, my brain screwed back in. I spent a week under the water mostly, or trying to as much as we could, and it's like chilling out in an aquarium, in the aquarium. You know what I mean? Like it's
I
like
do not. I do not know what you mean.
get get in front of a aquarium and get up as close as you can. And that's what it's like, ish.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
You got a little weird. Get out of the aquarium, sir. They say to you at the Chinese food restaurant. But yeah, it's just very kind of meditative and cool. And the Fiji people are so awesome and the friendliest people you'll ever meet. And yeah, it was just awesome. So coming back was a little rude. We're trying to get on this time zone still and, trying to keep with the chill vibe.
Cool.
Um, yay.
Well, best of luck with that coming back to work.
I know. Yeah, and it's just, you know, it you just see this whole culture kind of like living with next to nothing, and they're so happy. They're just like happy people, and they're so friendly. And then you come back, and like people are honking at you and flashing you the bird, and like, oh, like we need to do better.
I have a quick story.
Okay.
So this came up at regionals. We were talking about it, but when I first moved to Georgia, I had a Dodge Neon car, and you probably heard this story. And I was leaving the gym one day, and the wires shorted out in my horn and my steering
Oh
wheel,
no.
so the horn started honking on its own, and it was like burm, 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 burm. So anyway, driving home, and I've never in my life had to stop for a funeral procession
Oh
except
no.
for this day. So I'm driving and there's a funeral procession coming towards me, and they're turning left into the funeral home or the cemetery, or I'm not sure,
Mhm.
whatever it was.
Right.
The whole thing was turning in there. So the police stopped the traffic, and there's one car in front of me, and then the car is turning in, and my horn keeps beeping. It's like burn, 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 burn. And I'm like holding my hands up like it's not me, and I'm just like super embarrassed. Anyway, that's the only time I've ever had to wait for a funeral procession or anything like that. I've passed them before, but never like actually stopped.
And your horn was going
And
off.
my horn's going. But
Mm.
the whole point I'm bringing that made me think of it now is last week we were driving. Hope was driving. I was in the passenger seat, and there's this. We kept hearing this car beeping, and Hope's like, "What the heck? Like, what are the who's beeping at me?" And we're at like a stoplight, and and the car behind us is beeping like beep beep, and Hope's like getting a little upset. And my first thought, just because of this situation, is I bet their horns broke. And I turn around and look, and the guy's got his hands on 10 and 2, and his horn's just going off. So I'm like, oh, it's totally broke. His horn's shorting out. But like, how many people
Mm.
are like super pissed off, ready to go into road rage with this guy because he keeps beeping at them
Right.
when
Right.
when
I
his
mean, how many
horns.
people did you have turning to you and being like, "You're beeping at a funeral procession? Are you an asshole?"
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I don't know. I literally
probably.
when I did it, like I just put my hands up, like I even put them out the window at one point, like it's not me, but it was me. It just wasn't intentional, I guess. Um, Yeah. So
Mm.
I defended the guy and told Hope, like, look, his hands aren't even on the horn. Like, he's not beeping. And then we both started laughing because it brought it back memories.
Fond memories.
Yeah. So I know of two people that have had their horns short out now, myself and this other guy.
That's fun.
Yeah. It's
Boy.
funny now. It was not funny at
Yeah,
the time.
at the moment, of course.
Yeah. And I can't believe the police officers that were directing traffic, like the cars in front of me and behind me, like nobody did anything. I mean, they might have been upset internally, but nobody said
Right.
anything. Nobody gestured. Nobody
Really?
flipped me the burb. Maybe they did. I don't know. I guess I wasn't. I was also trying not to make eye contact with anybody.
All right. You felt like an asshole. There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Josh, don't go around beeping at people. And
I'll try not to.
we'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good. Later.
All right. See ya.
And just a friendly reminder, if you are looking for science-based powerlifting programming, look no further than the Team Roar training app. You can find the link to it in the episode description and also get 25% off of your first month using discount code, all capital, PL Ballads Podcast. Happy training.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, please remember to subscribe and share it with your friends.